Hey everybody, it's Wendy and we are here today to talk about a wire wrapping tutorial. So those of you who have always wanted to learn how to make these incredible wire wrap stones, we're going to take you through a step-by-step process. The first thing we're going to start with is our tools. Tools are probably one of the most important things to be when you're going to get into wire wrapping, because if you don't have the right tool, it creates a lot of problems and issues. So the first thing we're going to start with is our flat nose, which is this tool right here. So the flat nose is ideal because of the ability it gives you to, it has fairly thin jaws and it's perfectly flat on the inside, and it aligns perfectly on both sides as well as on the top. And the biggest you want would be 2 millimeters wide. And so you don't want to have them be really large flat nose plier. There's another pair of flat nose here in the dark blue. And these ones are a little bit narrower, and these will allow you to go in really close detail on the wire to kind of grab it and pull it around. The third tool that we want to know that we have a good pair of are called nippers. The unique thing with a nipper is it has a flush side right here, and when you flip it over, it has a gap before you would actually hit the wire. This allows you to cut wire either right next to or flush to the binding, or else apart from it, so you have a couple millimeters of give on the wire. The other tool we really need to have a good one up is a round nose plier. And the reason you want a good round nose plier, especially one like this where it's kind of cone shaped as it comes down, it starts small and goes a little bit wider, is because that allows you to create spirals and curls and circles and keep the wire in a nice, perfectly circular shape. So you don't have to worry about the wire getting dinged. The flat nose tool will actually ding or dent the wire. And so your round nose will allow you to create those curls. The other tool that is really helpful, it is not as necessary because you can use a wooden dowel, is this one here, which is a dual-sided round nose bail wrapping tool. And this bail wrapping tool helps you to create the perfect size bail when you have to pull more than one wire over the tool. So these are called round parallel jaws. Round parallel jaws. And the one I like to use is 5 millimeter and 3 millimeter. So you can see that top one is a little bit bigger, that's 5 millimeter size. Bottom one is a 3 millimeter size. And again, this allows you to pull multiple wires over this round part of the tool, which we'll demonstrate later, enabling you to create a perfectly circular bail. Now, my all-time favorite tool is this one here, and it is a little spendy, but when you're working with wire, it does have a tendency to get dinged up, and that's very frustrating. This is actually coated with plastic, and so it has like a protection on it. This protection allows you to grip the wire and pull it and straighten it without putting any dents or dings on the wire. So you can see as she's opening this, it's just completely coated with this nice plastic, and again, they're $15 to $20, so for just one tool, it's a little bit more expensive, but man, this keeps your wire looking so nice, and we'll demonstrate that later. The other thing is these crimp things. Now, this is a really excellent tool. This is actually a medical tool, but it's used to allow you to put multiple pieces of the wire within it, and then you close it, it locks into place, and then it holds those wires securely, maybe while you're working with other parts of the wire wrapping piece, and then you would simply push those two circles together to unlock it and release the wires. And then one of our last coming up tools is this one. It's a dental tool, but it is so helpful to allow you to pull the wire and grab the wire to pull it over the stone. Sometimes those wires are really tight against the stone, and and that can be really hard to pull with your fingernail. Trust me, we've lost many fingernails not having this tool. So this little pick allows you to kind of reach in and pull the wire away from the wire it's next to and wrap it up around the stone. And then the last couple tools here, there's a file. Sometimes when we cut our wire, it has a little bit of an edge, so not for your nails, Layla. So you want to use this one. If you kind of rub your hand over the stone, the piece, the finished piece there, and you feel just a little edge or something that grabs, you would take this file and just simply rub it back and forth and be able to file it down and smooth it out. And then the last thing is just a little 6-inch measuring stick. You can also use measuring tape. We use the 6-inch size for our kits, which we take all over the world. And so this 6-inch size is perfect for us. You typically are not cutting more wire than 6 to 7 or 8 inches at a time, but a measuring tape would do the same job. And so those are the tools that we utilize as we are beginning our wire wrap project. Oh, and one last thing is this tape. That's a binding tape. This is something we use to hold our bundle together. When you're working with 3, 5, or 7 strips of wire, you definitely need to be able to hold those wires together so they don't clump on top of each other. And again, we'll demonstrate this later. Do you have that finished wire bundle? This is it here. You want to pull that one out. So this is like a finished bundle, and you can see on this bundle at the very bottom, it has the blue tape on it. This bundle, they're all perfectly in line. And the way we kept them in line is by wrapping each end with tape, because when you have this many wires, I believe that's 7, they would just kind of clump on top of each other as you're trying to wrap around them. And so the tape helps you keep them in a uniform line next to each other. And that is the wire wrapping tools that we're going to start with in our class.